Hey, beautiful souls. I am just guided to hit record so much lately. There's so many streams of frequency and energy that want to flow through. I did a bunch of videos this morning, just did a bunch of videos with some tarot and oracle decks. I'm outside relaxing and I'm glided to hit record again because I didn't talk about this yet. A couple things. I talked about it in one of my videos earlier, but it's again just a reminder to allow the integrations after the activations. So Source has we've been bringing through a lot of activations this week, these I am presence, these I am activations, bringing in the higher self and just bringing in and empowering you more and more to activate yourself, to remember the God spark within you, your power within you, and then, you know, bringing in the codes and the frequencies that are that you're able and ready to receive. Yeah, and just the kiddo, just noticing he's integrating more today. So I had the realization that with all these, he's hearing all of these activations, you know, he's hearing me record these, and I just had this aha moment that he's receiving the codes and the frequencies. One being in my field, but even more powerfully through my sacred technology of my voice and the light language. Just a second, everyone. I just gotta. Here's a chipmunk trying to get onto my stuff over here. And just he's been wanting to eat less. Just make sure your kids stay hydrated. So again, I guess in this particular video, what's wanting to come through is just allowing your children to rest and to receive. Let them be more active when they want to be more active. Let them rest. Just make sure they're hydrated. Hydrate them. Again, making sure that they're nourishing their bodies. They're not eating a bunch of crap and junk. Again, you got to be the example. And their bodies are going through a lot of things that they might not be able to understand. Some of them might be going through puberty and some other things on top of all of this other stuff, because everyone is receiving the codes, the frequencies, the energies, the activations, the downloads, the uploads, the upgrades, the source codes, the solar flares, all of it. They're receiving all of it, and some kiddos don't know how to express that. So if they're wanting to be still and more quiet, and be the example. So my kiddo, because I'm the example, will meditate if he's feel called to meditate, to rest, to take what he calls quiet time. If he's wanting to eat less, I just make sure he hydrates and honor the fact that he's listening to his body. And if you don't corrupt your children's innate intelligence of their own physical body, they will tell you. The older you get, the more distorted that gets because of all the programming and conditioning around kids in general, and force feeding parents the conditioning and the programming. And again, there's it's just what it is. It doesn't make you a bad person. It's just we need to look at this from a higher perspective and see what the target audience of these poisons and these toxins have been. Whether it's these poisons and toxins, or these poisons and toxins, or what it was yesterday, we're at the splash park and I'm inhaling poisons and toxins because parents are spraying their kids with fucking sunscreen. So not only are you spraying this aerosol like poison and toxin into the ether, into the air for other people, but you're spraying this on your innocent child's physical body. Okay, I didn't know we were going to rant a little bit about this, but I've been so passionate about this for so long, not just for me personally, but for my children. Now my oldest, I didn't know better, like I know now, but that still doesn't mean that I don't make these suggestions. But again, I don't force them. I just be the example. And my youngest definitely is the example. He's not had any of these. We try to keep as much coconut, well, we use coconut oil and essential oils. And if he needs something to help him, we use like zinc oxide, but very rarely do we use that. And he eats, for the most part, he eats less than 10 foods, first of all. That's a big thing. But yeah, sorry. Just got a notification. So just the smaller they are, the more sensitive they are. Just, oh God, I don't even know where we're going with this conversation. Source. Yeah. Allow for the integration, allow for the purge and the detox. If everyone's getting sick, there's a reason for it. You're cleansing and purging, whether it's from your little person, your little people, to your young adults, to your adult, to you, to your elders, whatever. Everyone's purging and detoxing. And the more toxic buildup and the more gunk and residue you have in the system, the more uncomfortable that might be for you. So you take what resonates and leave what does not, as I've got Mama Squirrel over here wondering where her peanuts are at. Let me grab some of these. So allowing for the integration pay your attention to the kids. And, you know, I don't care if you're a parent, a grandparent, a person with a title, a caregiver, a loving person in their life. Let's quit poisoning our kids, whether it's this way, through food, or through chemicals on their bodies, or the cleaning stuff in your environment. Left ear frequency tune-up as a confirmation. So start there, okay? Keep it simple. Keep life simple. You don't need all of this other shit and this other crap, right? You are technology. Your physical avatar is technology. It's one of the greatest technologies out there. What else did we want to get on here? Oh, okay. So if you're still here, you're meant to receive this 544 on the timer. This came through kind of like as I get triggered and activated and like these aha moments. I was listening to another super conscious podcast the other day, and one of the guests had mentioned about these joints, these old like injuries, seemingly injuries, or your joints feeling like slippery, or he actually verbalized growth plates reactivating. I don't know about you, but I remember when my brother went through growth spurts and my daughter went through growth spurts, and they were painful. So, and I was like, oh, the first thing that came as a download was Gaia's tectonic plates are shifting. So the tectonic plates in Earth are shifting, and the tectonic plates in you are shifting. That's what came through from that. That's how this works. And I sat with that, and I'm like, I've had where my old injuries are coming up to be like healed, even at a deeper level, because when you release the emotions and things that are attached to things and that are buried, things come up to be healed at such a deep level. But the other thing that came up with the tectonic plates in Gaia are shifting, and the tectonic plates with you are shifting, or like, and he mentioning the growth plates reactivating so that there's more space, more space is opening up, so we can receive more of these divine codes, these divine lights, this light frequency. And there's something that he had mentioned about that, and I'm like, oh my God, that makes so much sense, because I've had issues with either old injuries coming back and just lingering to be cleared and healed, to be felt, to whatever needs to be worked with. And then like my knees have felt slippery. Like if you've ever had like a knee kind of just like you're walking, you feel like your knee's gonna pop out of place, or your hip's gonna pop out of place, or it does pop out of place. It's like that slipping of the joints, loosening of the fascia and the tendons. So that came through. And again, take what resonates and see what comes to you. You can set with that. But it feels like, and I'd made this comment to other people, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of have felt this too, where what I call my joints feel more slippery. And I'm like, so are our growth plates reactivating? Are we regrowing, which is not a surprise if this is the case, in ways that we don't understand? Are our growth plates reactivating? And that's the discomfort we might be feeling. My big toe on my right foot, which I broke at the end of 2022, I cracked it really bad, and I went and saw actually a podiatrist, and he gave, I don't know, it took me about 3 or 4 months to heal it naturally, and I saw him just kind of just to keep up on it, and he said if it hadn't healed in 30, like completely got to a certain point in 30 days, he would recommend surgery, which he explained the surgery, and it sounded awful, like where you would cut into the toe and peel everything back, and then get rid of the calcification or the bone spurs or whatever that would, and I thought to myself, well, that sounds not pleasurable at all. And within 30 days I went and saw him, and he said, yeah, good to go. So you have the ability to heal yourself first and foremost. But the reason why I tell that story in real quick is that I've noticed, like, just like I can feel that injury, like it's coming up to like heal even deeper, because I can feel it where I had broke it in a couple different places right around the joint, and I'm like, ooh, interesting. So in the joints, you're probably maybe feeling things coming up, more aches, more pains, more discomforts. Maybe again, slipping of the joints where it feels like things are slipping out of place, popping out of place more easily. Like I said, I've had this back issue, and where my back tensed up, and then like a week later, my ribs, 3 ribs popped out of place, like, because that's all cartilage and tendons, and right. And then I heard this information. I'm like, fuck, I wonder if that's just like creating more space, you know, because the lungs and the ribs are also associated to the heart, and there's just so much interconnectedness that our human just could just spend all day trying to understand. And I'm like, I wonder if that's what's going on. And that's possible, you know, like just the slipping of the joints, the stretching, making more space. Growth plates may be reactivating. The tectonic plates within you are reactivating, whatever that means for you. Old injuries coming up to be cleared and healed at such a deep level, not just like the surface level, but at a very deep cellular, molecular, genetic DNA type level. Like, and there might be a little bit of discomfort during that healing process. And what came through this morning, and is coming through again now, sources bringing through, is bones regrowing. Like, if we could remember what it was like when our bones were growing, like there's some type of like, why we forget childbirth, or we forget when our teeth are falling out, or when we, whatever that is, that connection to the regrowth of bone is uncomfortable, is what's coming through, like just regrowing body parts. So I don't know, at some point I know we're going to in the future be able to regrow our limbs like lizards regrow their tails or their limbs. I don't know what other animals can do that right now, but something along those lines is coming through. And just that it's not without pain, but it's not like excruciating. There is some discomfort with the regrowth. So now we're going with this regrowth streaming, that growth can be uncomfortable. Thank you. So now we're streaming now. Growth can be uncomfortable. It's not extremely painful, but the ego doesn't like discomfort. The ego likes comfort. And so some of you might be experiencing some discomfort, not just physical discomfort, but emotional discomfort is what's coming through. And it's not anything you can't handle, because your soul knows what you can handle, but there's some discomfort in that. And through that discomfort, there is a regrowth. There's regrowth of what is no longer suitable. So let's say, I don't know, I'm just going to use a limb. Let's say this finger is like of no use because it's attached to something in the past, but now you have to regrow this finger because it's beneficial with these new codes and this new information and all of this for the future. I don't know. This is just roll with me. I don't know. This is sometimes when you tap into the streams, it's like the wildest things will come through. So like, yeah, so what you're going through, remember what you go through, you grow through. And this discomfort that you're going through, yes, it's uncomfortable, but it's for the benefit of yourself and the collective moving forward. So just kind of surrender to the discomfort and let that go. Maybe refocus your attention on something different, color, I don't know. That's just, yeah, refocus your attention if it feels like it's over consuming. Breathing is one of the best things, especially with the back stuff the past few weeks, is just getting deeply into that deep, expanding breath work and just being in nature and just breathing and being through the discomfort, taking and then calling in all of the assistance that you can come in to help you, to help activate your processes of self-healing. Because yeah, the med beds will be fun when they get here, but you have all of the ability to self-heal yourself, and that has been forgotten. You have the ability, when you remember the God spark within you, you have all of the ability to heal all parts of you, known and unknown, seen or unseen, conscious or unconscious, across all of your timelines, dimensions, spaces, places, portals, and realms that you reside in. Okay, that's what just came through. So ride with it. 1440. I hope this lands where it's meant to land. So thanks for clicking play, hanging out, co-creating, and just sit back, relax, and breathe. So anytime you're getting really, really uncomfortable and the ego is really trying to get you spiraling, breathe. And breathe even deeper. Breathe more light, more love, more compassion. Breathe deeper, all of those frequency codes and energies. And call in your spiritual medical team and ask whoever can assist you with this, whatever this is, they will come in. But you have to ask. You don't have to go at this alone, okay? From my heart to yours, I'll see you soon. Bye.